for Coffee on the Coast. Good afternoon and welcome to Coffee on the Coast. I'm your host, Tina Prigge, and you can tell we're already having a good time because our guests today are Tim and Emily of Manitowoc Public Library. Hi, you guys. Welcome back.
Hi. Thanks for having us back.
I just have to tell you guys, my arms hurt from holding this sign.
You need to do more upper body workout then.
Tell us, I think that you guys, let's set the stage. You're having fun. You are helping patrons in the community get a backside behind the books.
Backside? Excuse me. Hello.
Hello.
I thought this was a family show. So you're saying that they're getting a rear end view of the library?
No, not at all.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I think we learned a lot here today.
Behind the scenes.
Oh, yes.
Glimpse into what happens at the library. And so tell us about this sign. Tell us about this show. I know you've got one under your belt, and I want to hear all about it.
Okay. Well, I'll start. Basically with MPL Insider, Beyond the Books, what we're trying to do, our whole goal is to show the personalities of the people that work at the library, because people tend to see the overall picture of the library, and as Emily is fond of saying that I say, and it's true, I do say it, that people tend to see us as cogs in a machine, as opposed to people that have hobbies and are weird and funny and they're people, and the library is comprised of people working as this bizarre team that managed to keep everything moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
Yeah, and so that's our whole goal. It's like a visit to our office.
Yeah,
our office is where people come to just because we're constantly doing it, like goofing off, and I mean that's how we come up with ideas. We just toss stuff around, and people come in here to blow off steam, use language they possibly shouldn't in other places in the library, which we can't. Yes, exactly. Which we can't have on the show per se, but we do have a bumper in case something slips out. And
we are human.
Yeah, we are humans. We are not cogs in a machine. Thank you very much. And the sign
makes me think of like a Pink Floyd song of some kind, doesn't it? Cogs in the machine.
Well, or bricks in a wall, which is like cogs in a machine.
Potato.
Yeah, Brick Machine, which is the name of my new band, by the way.
Brick Machine?
Yeah, please come and see me. I'll be playing in Washington Park.
If you had a band for every time you said that's my new band name, how many bands do you think you would have?
Hundreds, if not thousands. Yeah, did you see the Peter Quinn show, Dames at Sea?
No.
When we did it, because there's a song in there that has a lyric, the song Dames at Sea, and one of the guys, his name is Lucky, and he's singing this song. He goes, "He's a nice guy, Dick. He's really a pal, and Lucky's my best friend, but he ain't no gal." Well, I always thought Nice Guy Dick would be such a good name for a band. And I've thought that for going on 30 years. So there you have that.
So do you think it's ever going to happen?
No.
Too bad.
Next question.
Okay, so what percent of Beyond the Books, this insider's view of the library, what percent is planned out and what percent is just impromptu, you guys just bringing it as you're talking?
I would honestly, most of it's planned out.
I mean, there's definitely a plan. We go into
we have an agenda.
Yeah, we have an agenda, an outline.
Yep.
A slate of topics, if you will.
Yes.
But as our tagline says, always on time, never on topic. Yep. We're very happy to just deviate, but we do plan it out. We have our guests planned through the end of the year. We have an idea of what we want to talk to them about.
Yeah.
I mean, but we don't do it too far in advance because it's a pretty fluid situation here. There's always new stuff popping up. We also talk about ourselves.
Yeah.
And like we introduce ourselves more. Like tomorrow, in some ways, like one of the inspirations for our show, Coffee on the Coast, was an inspiration for our show.
Aw,
Because,
thank you.
well, after all, you did teach me how to use StreamYard. So it would be a complete and utter lie if I said, no, this was us without any inspiration. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to be talking about being parents, because I don't think people necessarily think of Emily and I as being parents, but we both are on opposite ends of the spectrum. So like, we know we're going to talk about it. Do we know exactly what we're going to talk about? Nope.
Cool.
That's going to be the jumping off point. And so that's kind of how it is. Like last week, Therese was our guest. I believe you're familiar with Therese Horsketter.
Yes. Therese Horsketter, who recommends excellent reads. Yes,
She does. She does. But she's so much more than that. She's also a magnificent, smart, funny person, and she has such a great sense about her. Like, I love her articles that she writes. She has a great voice, and I'm glad that she's using it on all these different formats. But we knew we were going to talk about what she does at the library, but then our question is, well, what do you do when you're not at the library? And we didn't have a plan for that, and then we just start talking about the stuff that people bring up, and it's fun. I mean, it genuinely is fun. It's not hard. I mean, it coming up with the concept, we had to work on it to get exactly how we wanted to do it, but the execution of it just kind of flows. Yeah. And
so
Emily created
doing this. I'm sorry, the third Thursday of every month, right? So
correct.
Is that tomorrow? Is tomorrow the next show?
It is. Yeah. Tomorrow is our next show. The first show, we had some delays. There was a bunch of personal things that happened, and the weather and stupid COVID. We meant to start in
February.
Well, January we had initially talked about, and then we moved it back to February.
Yeah, that's right.
But there were just things that happened, and so we're like, well, maybe the second installment will just be where we start in March. But Therese managed to have some free time, and we had free time. So it's like, okay, let's kind of get back on track, still keep Therese as our very first guest, and then move on from there. So
okay.
Yeah, I will point out though, our April, it's not the third.
It's the second.
It's the second. Because I have a doctor's appointment. So technically it's always supposed to be on the third Thursday.
She has so many conditions.
Yeah, but we wanted to be consistent. But
we strive for consistency, but you have to be flexible too. I mean, go with the flow. And so if someone we really plan on having as a guest, let's say something happened, because life is an imperfect science. Things can just happen all the time. We'd probably just adjust it to their schedule rather than bringing someone else on to do it. Or we might bring someone. I mean, we try and keep it loose and fluid.
Did you mention, do you have a guest for tomorrow?
We do.
Mm-hmm.
Our guest tomorrow is Matt Model, who is, people primarily know him from working the service desk.
Yep. But he's like the resident movie guy.
Yeah. So a lot, coincidentally, the Academy Awards just happened. So I would imagine it's going to be a solid talk about movies, obscure and otherwise.
Very cool. Well, I want to try something, you guys. I'm going to see if I can share a clip from your previous one. Just give me a second. Let's see if this
is exciting.
Work.
Probably not as exciting as when I tuned in from Portugal to watch you and Therese talk about books.
Right.
It was very exciting for me.
Now let's see if, okay. Do you guys see that? Now,
I do. That is our Facebook page. That's us.
That is us.
Wow, there's so much of us on screen right now.
Yes, there is.
I'm just going to scooch ahead a little bit. Let's see.
It's 12:30.
Oh God. Okay. All right. Okay. We're fine. It's fine. It's fine. And there we are. Good afternoon, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, and welcome to the finally getting around to it. First edition of MPL Insider with
Emily.
And Tim.
Look at my face.
Awesome. So that explains the sign behind you. What a cool intro. I love it. And you can tell that you guys are really having a fun time.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. You know, we have a lot of great programming at the library, but sometimes I don't think people realize it's perfectly allowed to have fun at the library too. And being creative and silly and smart can just be fun.
What I like about it is how humanizing it is, right? Like you mentioned that you're going to talk about being parents. It's nice to get to know somebody other than just their cog in the machine role, right? To know that we are all humans, man. We're all like doing our best, and we all have these complicated, beautiful lives all happening, spinning around each other. And I like that authenticity that you're sharing.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
I mean, it's fun. I'm glad, it's attractive to people like you. Tina Prigge, formerly Tina Salzman, starred Grease when she was 8 years old.
So here's what I want to know. Being this close, you guys are like sharing a screen view. You're not even, in a dedicated view by yourself. Is it hard? Is it like being brothers and sisters? Is it like cats and dogs? Do you have to like shove each other out of the way? Is that why you're in chairs with wheels? Or
No, this is how we sit normally when we work.
Yeah.
I mean, this is how it is all the time. And when we sleep, it's in bunk beds. So, and we share everything, including Germex,
Yep.
paper clips,
Snap peas.
and snap peas. Now you know everything.
Yep.
It's not that weird.
No, I mean, in all reality, we're like 5 feet away from each other.
Yeah, I
in
mean,
our office.
The Jonas Brothers is what really makes us uncomfortable.
You can, kind of.
You can just see him from the neck down behind us.
So who's the Jonas Brothers fan?
Neither of us.
People just drop things off in our office.
Yeah,
and we just put them up.
Yeah, there's a tiny picture of Boy George there too.
Yeah, it's hard to see,
But that's Boy George.
yeah.
Wow, interesting.
And
Okay.
I like Boy George more than the Jonas Brothers.
I don't know who the Jonas Brothers are.
There's some guys from
Couple dudes
singing
about.
Do you know who Priyanka, who
Okay.
does Bollywood? Yeah,
Yeah.
Nick Jonas, I think.
Wearing the red jumpsuit.
The red
You can't see
jumpsuit
his
guy
face
whose
right
face
now.
you can't see.
Here.
They're married.
Oh, so are they singers? Are they a band?
They are singers.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy. He's
Oh,
married to Priyanka.
Nice. Okay.
Who
That's something I loved about the Oscars. Did you see the nods to Bollywood?
I did, but I've been watching Bollywood stuff since I lived in New Jersey because it was on Sunday mornings early on public access television, and I wasn't really aware of the Bollywood industry at that point, and I just referred to it as inexplicable Indian programming. But I was hooked on it, and I'd watch, and I'd be like, Mara, who is my wife, come and watch this, and she's like, leave me alone. I'm sleeping, and you're stupid. And
No, Bollywood is fantastic.
no, it
isn't
is. But then, have you ever heard of Lagan? Do you know
It's
the
one
movie
of my
Lagan?
favorite movies of all time. I cannot believe you know that movie, Tim.
Oh yeah,
You are-
that's the one that changed Mara. That's the one, and now Mara is this humongous Bollywood fan. But Lagan is incredible. It's amazing that you can combine a movie about classism, racism, sports, and romance, and make it a musical, and it actually functions and works, and it's great. The music is phenomenal.
It is phenomenal.
And but did you see Patan that was just released?
I didn't.
Mara and I went and saw it in Green Bay. It's a Shah Rukh Khan movie, and it's got Bollywood royalty, but Priyanka's in it, and the funniest scene in the whole movie. I mean, Bollywood's so over the top, but there is a scene where she comes out of a cave that's on a frozen lake on ice skates, and she comes speed skating out of this cave, and I just howled. And thankfully, all the other Hindustani people that were in the audience with Mara and myself, we were the only two Whitersons in the audience, and they all howled with laughter too. It was just so funny. They're such entertaining movies.
Well, we happened to watch, Jason and I watched RRR. And at first it was just kind of ironically because, like, what's called RRR? And then just the opening credit, like the bumper for the movie,
Oh yeah.
was like worthy of an award of itself. I was like, this is amazing. And so we like stuck with it and it was great and engaging. And it turns out that's the dance scene that they were doing at the Oscars.
Yeah. I just I haven't seen it because it's 3 hours plus, and so many movies are 3 hours plus now that I don't have time to devote myself to them. We just saw Avatar, not Emily and myself, but
Yeah,
but
I
I
don't know
would-
why I wasn't invited.
well, we thought you might be doing something. It was Sunday
I
afternoon.
have no life, Tim.
What?
I have no life. You know that.
So when I go to a 3-hour movie, I should tell you?
Probably not.
Well,
I
you're not
probably
going to
won't.
go. You're not going to leave your house.
You're
That's
right.
crazy.
You're right. That's too scary.
But Avatar was a lot of fun. I mean, it was a way better movie than I thought it was going to be, and it was significantly better than the first one.
Oh,
Like
really?
the storytelling was way better. The first one was just like, look at what we can do, and we have this. I'm sorry, but unobtainium. That naming that of an element, I will always hate James Cameron a little bit for being so unbelievably lazy as to call something unobtainium. If he was here right now, I'd punch him.
How about just a slap? Maybe a slap.
Nope.
What? And punch?
Well, a slap is just an open-handed punch. Uh-oh. I've been
Promoting
censored.
violence.
We
I
do
wouldn't-
not advocate. We do
I
not
wouldn't punch
advocate
him
violence.
hard. I mean,
Enough just to make him.
yeah, I'd make him
Like
enough to
rock
be
back.
wobbly. Enough to make him think before naming something unobtainium.
Is this
Again.
a good example of what viewers can expect when they watch Beyond the Books?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean that's what when Tim was saying before that our tagline is always on time, never on topic, and that's how all of our conversations go in this office. We go from talking about a dinner we ate to a movie to have you heard this song and somehow circles into something else.
Yeah.
It's like
It just unspools from there, and then we try and figure out how we got to where we
we
were.
try to backtrack.
We try and find out how we started the conversation usually. So we don't know.
Our
most of the time.
conversations are always on a journey.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a journey. So
Fun.
come on this journey with us. Come.
All right. So the next time that you can catch Tim and Emily with the MPL Insider Beyond the Books is tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Typically, this will be a monthly happening. Is that the right word I'm looking for? I think you would call this a happening, right?
Happening, and we refer to it as an online talk show.
Shindig.
Monthly online
Virtual
talk
shindig.
show.
A virtual shindig.
A virtual shindig. That is true. That is exactly what we are.
It does kind of feel like being at like a virtual cocktail party or something, right? Like you're just having these like
If
light, lucid,
I
kind of
wish.
fun
Yes.
conversations.
It's 5:00 somewhere, right?
Mhm.
So
There's water in this cup.
I just drink Germex. So
Okay, so in the intro that we saw, there were people holding the different signs.
Yeah.
One of the signs said, I think, pressed ham.
pressed hams, yes.
Is that a nod to swine say?
Oh no, I love swine say, but no, that was not a nod to swine say. I believe it is a nod to mooning. Are you familiar with this?
I'm familiar with the concept of mooning.
Against against glass. Uh-oh, bring it up, bring the picture up. I knew it was coming. I believe that's what it is. I mean, it was that's what I assumed it was. Someone on the staff said, can we have a sign that said pressed hams? And so Emily made the sign that said pressed hams.
That's hilarious. So there are like levels. This show is like an onion, and you can peel back all these layers, and there's like different depths. How fun!
That's true. We are very similar to Peer Gynt. They are much like an Ibsen play.
We
You know, that's-
actually ask Tina our questions,
What
our serious questions, the
Should-
most important questions in the world.
now?
If there's time.
Do you have them with you?
Of
Do you have
course I
time to be asked the most important questions in the world?
The most important questions in the world. Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
Oh, you start.
All right, Tina. How do we know you're not a robot?
You don't. You really just don't.
We'll
If
just
you
leave
don't
that.
believe it, there's no way I can prove it to you.
There's a lot of the robotic era of mystery.
Mhm.
Well, you know what Teresa's answer was?
So
and
great.
it was so good, and it caught us completely off guard because I always check the box that says I'm not. Like,
It was the most like unexpected answer.
all right, question 2. What song would make the best theme song for your life?
Okay, hold on. I'm going to pull it up. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, so hold on one second. Oh, hold on. Here we
Buffering.
go. I'm
Buffering.
going to see if I can share this.
Is it
Stand
dial-up
by.
internet?
All right, and let's go full screen and
It is, it makes perfect sense. It's like, they're all dressed the same.
That was a banger.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a good. What are they singing about?
Yatta! It means I did it.
Where can I get pants like that?
I wouldn't have called them pants. Maybe
Well, they're
underpants.
short pants. They're short pants.
Yeah, very generous. Probably like at Hobby Lobby, I'm sure you could source the leaf and then.
I'm sure Mara could make something for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
when she's not saving animals, I'll never make me a fig leaf pair of winterwear.
So are you sorry you asked? Beware
No.
the questions.
Oh my
right?
god, no, that was perfect.
No, they're like the Japanese village people, except they all wear the same. They march and they jump and they sing about making it like they did it.
Like, I did it! Woohoo!
That's great. I love that
Great.
that's your theme song.
Yeah.
Why would we regret asking?
Yeah, no, that's beautiful. All right, next question. If you could relive one day of your life, which would it be?
Oh, meeting Jason Prigge over and over.
Who is that? I'm unfamiliar.
He's a cool guy.
Does your husband know about him?
Yeah, does your husband know you fantasize about meeting this Jason Prigge over and over? If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
One food. Oh, one food. One food.
That's a hard one.
One food. Well, I'm torn. I love a good like wood-fired pizza, but I also love a good like anything with a Japanese white rice base.
Mm-hmm.
So a sushi or a donburi or any,
So it's a tie.
Yeah, sounds like it.
If we held your feet to the fire, which would it be?
Just say
Okay,
whatever the first one is.
Pizza, wood-fired pizza.
Oh,
I think that was Teresa's answer.
I think so too.
Pizza.
Seriously?
Mhm, yep.
Yeah.
I knew I liked Teresa.
No wonder you guys can talk about books so easily.
I think what's great about the pizza option too is it's so variable, right? Like the toppings can always be a little different.
Yeah.
Well, same with your other choice too.
Even
I mean,
the
there's a
sauce,
lot of
cheese.
options with that. So.
Yeah.
We're
All right.
Okay.
If
Oh,
you suddenly became a giant, what would be the biggest inconvenience?
All the people I would be squishing.
Wait,
Is that an
is
inconvenience?
that an inconvenience?
Having to pick them out of your toes.
Oh yeah, okay. I can see that.
Yeah.
All right,
I
now
think
here.
because you'd have to walk everywhere. there's no vehicle prepared for a giant, right? So,
Well, what if you can fly?
oh, I'm
I
a
mean,
giant
you've been
dinosaur.
made a giant already.
Well, she also, if you're a giant, you could probably get somewhere much faster because you can take really large, like, footsteps.
Yeah, like you could be in TR in like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Imagine the convenience.
Yeah.
Are you going to go see Iron Giant this weekend?
Yes, I love the Iron Giant.
Yeah, me too. And I've never seen it on a big screen. So,
You know what? Me neither. You're right. I've only ever seen it like on a home TV.
yeah. My daughter was shocked that Vin Diesel did the voice of the Giant.
I didn't know that. I am
Well,
now shocked too.
I'm shocking ladies wherever I go with my extensive Vin Diesel knowledge. It's tragic, but no, I mean, he does a great job, I think,
I had
voicing
no idea.
the Giant. Yeah. All right. Now, here is the most important question.
Mind blown. Yes.
All right. If you were stranded on a desert island forever with no hope of rescue, who would you rather be stuck with? Emily or Tim? There is a right and wrong answer, by the way.
Depends on who you're asking.
And is ending my life an option?
Well, now I'm hurt. Why did we agree to come on this show? Wow. Well, it is, but I would imagine that whoever you're stuck with there would probably have to wind up eating you then to survive.
Well,
So the question is, who would I rather have eat my remains, Tim or
The
Emily?
way you phrased it,
Or-
yes.
or whose remains would you rather eat?
Or, yeah. Again, so we've devolved into a conversation about cannibalism at this point. So, oh no, that's okay. So I guess let's rephrase the question. Would you rather be deceased and eaten by someone to survive, or who would you choose to eat to survive?
Oh my God.
You brought this on yourself. You brought this on yourself, so that guy. I don't know if there's a whole lot of meals there, though. Ooh, so
I don't know. I can't answer that question. I mean, I would probably think, okay, so Emily's younger, so would that mean her flesh would be more tender? I don't know.
Tender flesh.
Tender flesh.
That
That is
That's
her
my middle
CIA
name,
name.
actually.
Tim, there might be more of you, so would it make sense to go for quantity over, I don't know.
I also could be rendered into candles, I would imagine. I'm just guessing. I don't know for sure.
Wow. So just remind me, the three of us should probably never travel together.
Right. At least as long as over an ocean, for sure.
Right.
Maybe we should travel together.
Maybe we should.
Tender flesh and candles.
Man, Tina really comes out of this situation winning.
I know. It's
I
actually.
mean, even if we got stuck on Washington
This is
Island,
probably
this is what we
the
could
best
expect.
answer yet.
Yatta!
Yeah.
Oh my God. What else have you guys got?
That's
That's
actually
it. That's
those.
the last
It's the
one.
6 most important questions in the world. So.
Yep.
And you asked Therese those same questions?
Mhm.
Yes.
How did she answer that last one?
Emily.
She's picked me because she said I'd probably be around longer.
So she went for tender flesh too?
She went
Well,
for young,
you know what?
tender flesh.
Well, ultimately, who doesn't, right? Could you pop up the graphic, please? Thank you. Thank you.
At first I thought you went for
Yourself
Yatta
in time out.
graphic.
I know. Sometimes I need to be put in the timeout. Yatta! But
Tim,
well,
there's
oddly
something you
enough-
said about your witty repartee, and I think I would want that long before the hunger set in. So
That's true.
it's such a conundrum of a question. I
It
hope
is.
I'm never faced with it.
we didn't say were the 6 easiest questions you'd ever be asked. And
Yes.
Therese had the temerity and bravery to answer the question without involving cannibalism. Remember that the next time you talk to her about books.
Which is kind of a surprise because a lot of her books do get kind of dark, right?
They do.
So you would expect. Almost.
I think she just likes scaring you too. Because you confessed early on that you get scared reading books, so she always includes one scary title. I think that's on purpose.
Therese likes those thrillers, though.
Yeah. Well, thrillers are fun to read.
They are. It's my favorite genre.
Okay, you guys. So Shamrocks.
Yes.
I see the flags are up downtown to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Have any plans for St. Patrick's Day?
No. As a matter of fact, no. Well, I'm going to lunch with my daughter, but that isn't because it's Friday.
Nice.
Not St. Patrick's Day. What are you doing?
I think this is it.
You're going to be meeting with us to talk online?
Let's do it.
This week on a very special St. Patrick's Day edition of MPL Insider.
Just what everybody's been waiting for.
They'll be talking more cannibalism. That's not corned beef. We can play an entire game called That's Not Corned Beef.
That should be an autobiography title.
It should. Well, it's got to be already, right? That's Not Corned Beef. The Jim Gablinski story. All right, is that corned beef, or are you happy to see me? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, come on.
Too fun.
It could be about any meal.
So viewers, hopefully you've gotten an idea of how fun it could be if you bring the show MPL Insider Beyond the Books into your life. It's once a month. The very next time, though, is happening tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. It'll be live on the library's Facebook and YouTube channels. And of course, you can watch it after on both of those channels as well. The show stars Tim Gadzinski and Emily Brandt from Manitowoc Public Library. You guys, this has been so much fun. Thank you for bringing your special energy to Coffee on the Coast.
Oh, you're welcome. It was a ton of fun. I loved it.
I can't wait to answer more questions someday.
Someday you will answer more questions because honestly, we've already talked about if we get renewed for season 2, that we're going to branch out beyond people who, we'll still have people who work at the library, but people who have been like huge supporters of the library or, super patrons and things like that, and getting them on the show to talk about the library as well. Because, the library, it's the people that work here that make it run and keep it moving forward. But the whole community, helps to make the library. So someday you'll be on the show. Now we have to come up with 6 other questions that are important when you're on the show next year, because we know most of your things are based around cannibalism.
Well, maybe we should ask the same questions and see if they still gravitate towards that. Maybe I'm just hungry because I didn't eat lunch yet. I don't know.
I know it's hard to say, but I don't know. I'm worried.
Could you just nibble on Tim's shoulder really quick and tell me if it's good? Is it?
Is that allowable? Violate some kind of law?
I'm pretty sure there's probably some sort of rule against nibbling on our coworkers' shoulders.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is that harassment? I don't know.
I guess if you feel harassed, it is.
Only one way to find out. No, I'm okay. I'm fine with it. Num.
Thanks for watching Coffee on the Coast, everyone.
What a way to end.